Okay. I'm making this response video about something I saw. Well, I saw on YouTube. It was I think his name was Jim Sterling, and he was making this DMC reference and why the game is good and why it works by itself. It works by itself as a standalone Devil May Cry. And I played the game. I hated it. I beat it. I beat it like 3 times. I beat it on. Let's see. I beat Nephilim. Then I beat Human. Well, no. I just went to Nephilim. Then I went to Devil Hunter. And then I beat it on Dante Must Die. And then I took it back and got my money back because that was a piece of shit. I mean, you don't even get anything. You get white-haired Dante at the end for some reason. I don't know. Wow. I'm trying to figure out if Virgil's hair is white in the game, then why is Dante's hair black? That don't even. I mean, they're basically the same age. That wouldn't make any sense. Okay, but this game, oh God, where do I start? And it was like, this game sucks. I mean, for what it is, I guess you can play it, but it's so lackluster. I mean, especially like towards the end, towards like the Mundus battle, where you're just in this. Just this office building going up an elevator, and you got to go through point A to point B, and it's so linear. It's just so bland. You fight demons, and you go to point A to point B to get to the top of the tower. Then you meet with Virgil. Then you do this little puzzle, and then you meet Mundus. And if you can even call this guy Mundus, I mean, oh my God, the boss battle from Devil May Cry 1 Mundus compared to this one where he looks like Megatron, it's just, I mean, come on. You're going to tell me the reboot boss battle with Mundus was more exciting and more epic than the one from Devil May Cry 1? And like, I couldn't believe the things he was saying. I mean, I respect his opinion, but oh my God. I mean, then you fight Virgil at the end. It's the same battle from Devil May Cry 3. It's just poorly done. I mean, we're in hell. In Devil May Cry 3, we're actually in hell by the Hell's Gate on the other side in the river of blood. And we both are going at it. You know what I mean? We're turning into our devils. Virgil's getting crunk. He's all over the place with the Yamato. I'm trying to kick his ass. I got so many devil arms at my disposal, with so many styles. And you want to tell me that the fight from the reboot at the end with Virgil and Dante was better than that one from Devil May Cry 3? Are you serious? I mean, are you really serious? I couldn't believe this YouTube. And I think he just did it just to get the views. It has like almost 100,000, if not over 100,000 views. I think he just did it so it can spark up a big conversation in the comment section and people can like the video. And that's how you get views on YouTube. Just bring up irrelevant ass topics like Devil May Cry, which is a dumbass title. But this game, it got so many things. It got so many things in the game. It got Ninja Theory got it so wrong, and that's what really pisses me off. I mean, if you wanted to give Dante black hair, that's fine. Let's use the manga though. Let's go back to the manga where he actually spray painted his hair black to blend in with humans. That would make more sense than just making us believe that he had black hair at birth when he came out of the pussy, right? that that, or like his hair started to grow black, and for some reason Virgil's was white. I mean, come on, man. I mean, they could have easily used the manga, but hell, maybe the people who created the manga didn't want them to fuck that up too. Back when Dante went as Tony Redgrave, that would have made sense. But you want to give him black hair now, and then you want to like slap the fans in the face with the "not in a million years" reference when the white hair, like when the white mop or whatever the fuck that reference was supposed to be, like a mop or something, lands on his head. I'm like, why would you kick your fans in the face like that? I mean, after 4 games, not in a million years, after this character has been established for over almost since 2001, and then you want to say not in a million years, and it's a 15-year-old character. I'll see if the character came out like 2 years ago, right? If Devil May Cry for the first time came out 2 years ago, then yeah, maybe you can pull that off. But this character has been established for almost 15 years, if not 15 years. But you want to say not in a million years. Ha ha ha. Fuck you. We took your money. We don't care what you think about Dante. This is our new Dante, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. And then let's talk about Ebony and Ivory for a minute. Ebony and Ivory in this game are useless. And that hurts me. And then they don't even look as cool as the Ebony and Ivory pistols from the first 4 Devil May Cries. And they sound like shit too. They're really muffled. Like the sound on them is like they didn't use good sound for those guns. It just sounds muffled. Kind of like how the guns sound in Max Payne 2. Really, really downgraded for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, they're worthless in this game, and that's just I guess you could say that's that's not a small nitpick at all. That's actually kind of up there with some of my rants about not only this guy's review about DMC, but my personal opinion about the DMC game. They're useless, so you really can't use them for gunslinger. You don't have a gunslinger style. You don't have a trickster style. You don't have a royal guard style. You don't have anything, dude. And I mean, can somebody tell me where this game actually takes place? Is it before Devil May Cry 3? I mean, I've always said, if it's not broke, don't fix it. There was really no need for a reboot. And Jim Sterling is saying, oh man, the characters were innovative. I love the new storyline. The boss battles were so cool and creative, and it's just so silly and cool. I'm like, dude, the first boss you fight is a baboon with a fucking vagina on his head, and he's very lackluster and easy to beat. When I first fought Cerberus, the 3-headed ice dog, or the mutt, as Dante called him, in Devil May Cry 3, he was hard as hell. Even on normal, he was hard. And not to mention that kick-ass song in the beginning when I'm fighting that boss. And those kick-ass three nunchuck-wielding devil arm that you get. Oh my god, that was awesome. You don't get anything like this in there. But, and that's just one scenario. That's just one boss battle. And then he wants to talk about the succubus. The second, and all the succubus does is throw up on you. I mean, how was that innovative? How was that a cool boss fight? I don't understand. And it turns out that the succubus is the reason that is where the soft drink is coming from. That doesn't even make. I mean, why would you? They want to try to trap it in. I don't get that. A soft drink. So the soft drink is basically mind control or lobotomy in a can. I mean, on paper it sounds cool, but when you actually play the game, I'm like, this is just stupid. And like that whole scene where you have to find the succubus, it was so bland. It's just you got to get to point A to point B. It was just so bland, hopping on top of things, grappling. It's mostly just grappling, and the grappling hooks, while somewhat cool, is just basically a copy of what Nero was doing in the fourth game. You know, you can grab things or you can pull them. It's basically that. I mean, which is kind of lazy on their part, but hey, whatever. You know, whatever. Dante in the past never really needed anything like that, but hey, whatever. But yeah, the succubus thing, it froze on me so many times during the fight. And let me know in the comments below if this ever happened to you. But it froze on me so many times during the fight. I had to reset the PlayStation, you know, over and over again. And the fight wasn't inventive at all. I mean, you're just basically grapple hooking around the map, around the boss. So every time she destroys one of your platform pillars or something, you just keep grappling, you know, and then trying to stay with it, and then trying to stun her somehow, and then get the damage in. I mean, it was so boring. I mean, and then the concept. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just I don't see what Jim likes about this game. The glitches in the game really bothered me with the gameplay. You know, I would get stuck in the air as I'm grappling in the air. I would, and the game would freeze. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It really frustrated me. The combat is okay, I guess, but I mean, it's nothing we haven't seen. Moves are actually a little bit harder to do. Like, instead of his stinger being forward slash, you got to go forward slash. And keep in mind, you don't have a lock on. So sometimes you just forward slash, and Dante would just stab air. Right? He would just stab air. Or I would try to hit an enemy, and I couldn't because there's no lock on. So I'll notice myself just attacking air sometimes if an enemy wasn't really, really close. And that became frustrating too. I mean, then the game is broken because you can literally just stay in the air for all your combat fights. Speaking of that, the color coded thing, I don't know why I can't just use my weapons when I want to. That was something else that really frustrated me. I just can't use my weapons. You know, I have to use the blue weapons for the blue enemies, and I have to use the red weapons for the red enemies. I couldn't stand that shit. I mean, it really took me out of the game. You know, and it's like the hammer. Well, I'm sorry, the axe. It's worthless against blue enemies, which is stupid. And I mean, that was a dumb concept to me, and it really took me out of the game. I mean, oh my god. Let's talk about the story. Okay. Well, we know, if you know anything about religion, if you study up on religion, Nephilim are not half demon, half angel. In the Bible, they're half human, half angel. So already the game is built on a lie. I mean, if you're gonna make Dante is already established as a half human, half demon hybrid. Why would you change that? What purpose did it serve you to change that? And then what you're basing it off of is not even a real thing. You know, and that fucks with me because I really enjoy it. The reason I fell in love with Devil May Cry 1 was because, you know, this kick-ass story, this Resident Evil-esque type of feeling with this hack and slash badass and he has a story behind him, you know, that's explained in like the first 5 minutes of the game. And for you to switch it after 15 years, it really serves no purpose. And on top of that, you're building it off a lie. Because, like I said, Nephilim are half angel, half human. You know, there's no such thing as a half angel, half demon hybrid. That could never happen, ever. So I mean, so why do it in the first place? You know, Sparta the way Sparta is portrayed in this reboot is a shame. You remember how badass, how awesomely, that's not even the word, but awesomely how he was introduced in Devil May Cry 1 as this badass Dark Knight, legendary Dark Knight demon. You know, that basically sealed the Hellgate, fell in love with a human, you know, so his demon brethren take over the world, and had two twins, and birthed two twins by the human mother, Eva. That was an awesome storyline. You know, Sparta, in his own right, is really untouchable. He sealed his power away for a reason. But it's not like he actually got caught by these two demons and they wrapped him around in chains and he looks like he's about to do some 9 Inch Nails S&M butt sex thing going on. That really pissed me off. I'm like, that's not Sparta. That's not Sparta. That's bullshit.